Now, imagine being a young whippersnapper, Michelle, and dreaming of playing rugby league. And then you go, okay, well, imagine if you knew that you'd won a premiership for the Newcastle Knights, you'd played for New South Wales, and then you get to your sort of mid-40s, and then you realise it's probably not the biggest thing you've achieved. This foundation, which Mark Hughes and his wife, Kiralee, they began in 2014. Mark was diagnosed with brain cancer, and this Herculean movement that we have now in rugby league, which is a staple on the rugby league calendar, has been led by the great couple. And I'm pleased to say that Boozy Hughes is on the line. G'day, Mark.
Hello, Joel. G'day, Michelle.
G'day.
What an amazing week this is, Joel. And we launched it today, and just the support we get, it really is overwhelming.
Is it fair what I've said, though, like to achieve something personally like you have with the premiership wins and playing for New South Wales, but it's doing a lot more for more people, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is, mate. It's such important work, and I had an amazing rugby league career for me from where I started to where I finished. And I've used the connections and the things that I did in rugby league to make this big charity. It wouldn't have happened without my rugby league career. So I'm very grateful that I've managed to use that success and bring it into something greater and more important, and that is to help people with brain cancer.
Hey, just a quick one. So 11 years ago, Michelle, diagnosed, and I'm sure everyone's going to want to know this. How are you going now, Mark? You good?
Yeah, 2013 diagnosed, and to still be here now I feel amazing. I'm fit, healthy, grateful. Have scans every 4 or 5 months, but could be going better. But unfortunately, I just meet so many people and families that don't get the luxuries that I'm getting. So it's devastating.
Yeah, that must be really, really tough. I just love, and I love to point out the rugby league community, because when the chips are down, I'll tell you what, we can be criticised for a whole lot of stuff, but the troops rally, and you and your wife have done this in a magnificent fashion. The thing I love about this is when the kids, I look forward to, just like the kids, what type of beanies are going to be out and about. My favourite one was the pink one. I wore it 2 years in a row on Sunrise because I loved it so much. This year we've got the chocolate one and then this multicoloured one that you and I are both wearing, Joel. But just the fact that they recognise for what it is, just how big this campaign is, beanies for brain cancer, they're buying it for that purpose. It's huge.
It really is. And people often don't need a beanie, but they're doing it in the spirit of giving and helping. And it really is special that every year people come out, buy a beanie, wear it probably half a dozen times, and then put it in their drawer and get ready for the next one. It just blows us away. You're on the streets, you're at a footy game. Doesn't matter where you are. I always seem to see one of our beanies, which is special.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? When you see that beanie, how a bit like when an artist hears their song on the radio. It must be very special when you see that.
Can I tell you, it's mighty, mighty, mighty useful for me at below 3 degrees in Canberra in the morning. Let me tell you, it's been great.
Actually, you know what's funny about that when you say that? Like, whatever the event is, you look ahead to the weather. This particular, and it is non-for-profit, you'd be saying, I hope it's a cold one. I hope it's a cold one. How's it all looking ahead of this year? It's a massive job, no doubt, and you've got a great team behind you.
Great team, Joel. Great team behind us. And, it's all looking great, We have our beanies selling in at Lowe's and selected IGAs right around, and our online orders are going well. But it's also, it's tough out there, and we understand not everyone can pay $25 for a beanie, but we're just encouraging people that are in a position to support us. We'd love your support and simply buy a beanie. And, of course, this weekend you're going to see our mighty players all run out in beanies, which is special. And we'll have volunteers at every ground selling our beanies. So look out for them and come and buy a beanie.
What about the $1,000 each try donated from Sportsbet? That's massive. And they've been huge with you guys for quite some time, a few years now.
I've got to say, Michelle, Joel and the team at Sportsbet get right behind us, and the amount of awareness Joel raises in his talks, and he talks it up for us throughout the round, it really is special, and we see all that. And Sportsbet have been a great partner now. I think they've raised over $500,000 over time, which is, this is going directly into brain cancer research. So And like I encourage the coaches every round, put the tackle bags away this week. Let's tackling, and let's focus on our attacking football.
Yeah, and to the
like
referees out there, and we love the referees, and there's been a lot of chat about the referees in the news. If in doubt, I have try.
Yes,
okay?
me too. Just
I
this
have try.
week. Just this week.
That's what we want to see.
We'll even cancel Anna's Lee's thing on the Monday.
Yep.
Just to we'll give him a leave pass. Try.
Boozy, you going to any games this week?
Yeah, sure am, mate. Looking forward to that. I'll be at Shark Park on Thursday night.
Yep.
Friday afternoon, I'll join the Big Three Trek. Now, they're a group that walk from Sydney to Newcastle. So I'm going to be able to spend half a day with them Friday and Friday night. Then Saturday night, I'll be going to the Parramatta Roosters game.
Wow.
Really looking forward to that. And then Sunday, we'll finish off at Knights versus Penrith, which will be a big afternoon in Newcastle.
Geez, I tell you what, you'd be a bit thirsty come that Sunday afternoon after a massive week, wouldn't you?
Oh, it's hard work. It's a lot of fun. There's just support everywhere. People want to help. How can they help? And everywhere I look, getting invitations to chat and do things. And it's just creating awareness. It's helping because this is a big problem, brain cancer. Don't get me wrong. We still need so much more help. So this is a great week for that.
What are the numbers like? Are they improving? Is it getting harder? What's happening in the world of brain cancer, Boozy?
Look, we're very excited. I like to describe it like when we started with brain cancer, we had the support team of probably like a 1970s footy team, which would be a coach and an assistant coach, like with a sponge. But now we've got a centre of excellence set up. We've got all the support staff, all the building blocks in place. So we're really ready to drive this home. And that's really exciting for us. So, we're collaborating with the University of Queensland. We've got some exciting stuff happening with the Brain Cancer Centre, which is based in Melbourne, which we'll announce a few things about that in the near future. So we know there needs collaboration. It's a big problem. We need big minds, big thinking. We need to think differently to crack the code. And we're making sure that we're giving ourselves every chance to do this.
How did Kirrily pull up from the Kokoda Trek? I know that Millie Boyle, Chris Badiris, Danny's beautiful wife, and a heap of nurses participated in that. How'd that all go?
That was special, mate. They did amazing. They raised over 400,000. They learnt the history over there, which is an emotional thing to do. It's tough. It's fun. It's got everything, and it's something. Kokoda is something that I would really encourage everyone to try and do if they ever get the opportunity. It really is a special. It's hard, but very rewarding.
Mark, you've also you talked a little bit earlier about the connections and using your, I guess, rugby league and those people that are in the game. But Carrie Bickmore, another one down in Melbourne. So this is not just isolated to New South Wales. She obviously lost her husband. She's part of this. She's
great. Yeah, we're in close contact with Carrie and her team, and we're looking to do more and more collaboration. So they're someone we're working very closely with, and are great friends of ours, and we've got to put our heads together. We've got to go in the same direction to accelerate getting some great results.
We're here. We've got plenty of TV screens around. On the one screen, we can see you and your beanie, and then on the other screen, we've got Regan Campbell-Gillard.
He's wearing the chocolate number, and gee, it suits him with his little moustache.
He has.
Just one thing before we do let you go that I want to touch on. I've lost my dad recently, prostate cancer, so I like to talk about the symptoms and that sort of stuff to let people know. Raising funds is huge. What were some of the symptoms? What should people be sort of looking out for when it comes to brain cancer?
For me, Michelle, I just had a serious headache. For a day or 2 days, had a bad headache and went to the doctor. He was a bit funny about it. He said, you need to go and have a scan. This was the last thing on my mind.
Yeah.
And then all hell broke loose from there. So that's the thing about brain cancer. It does sneak up on people. There's no real symptoms. There's no real known reason. So there's a lot of mystery to it. Often people will have seizures out of the blue, and that'll lead to it. So but yeah, it's just one of those things that does creep up on you quite quick.
Yeah, well, thanks to people like yourself and your team at the Mark Hughes Foundation, we're going to get there one day. Look, I'm going to leave you with a couple of texts, Boozy, just before you go, because I know you've got a massive week in front of you. Statsy says, I sent a message to you 12 months ago, but my beautiful mum, Judy, died 8 years ago of brain cancer. Mum was diagnosed in 2014. We're incredibly fortunate to have the amazing Dr. Charlie Teo operate on her. We got 2 years with her, but the work that Boozy and his foundation is amazing. I've got great, and it goes on and on and on, says Statsy. This one, my best mate died from brain cancer end of last year. He was 28.
Oh.
The Hughes Foundation has been so good for his little family. He left a 1-year-old girl and wife. Thanks so much, Boozy, to the team. And there's a stack of those, but we'll be here all day reading them out. Boozy, all the best to you and the team. And once again, you've done a terrific job with the beanies. Classy stuff. $25 from IGA and Lowe's. We're going to see you plenty throughout the week. Hopefully there is 1 million tries scored this week. And, mate, all the best and congratulations on everything you guys are doing.
Thanks for joining us.
Guys, thanks for having me. And those two stories are reasons why we've just got to keep fighting. It's just not good enough to hear that families are getting torn apart. So thanks for having me, guys. Look forward to a great weekend.
Boozy Hughes, there he is.